Northern Young Professional for Tinubu NYPT has been inaugurated in Kano State. The aim of the group, led by its national coordinator, Abdullahi Tonkoyakase, is actualization of the 2023 presidential aspiration of former Governor of Lagos State, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, Bola, on your mandate, Bola, on your mandate we shall stand.
At the official launch of the association, Yakase said the inauguration and opening of its office is to show the commitment of the group to doing what is good at the right time.
This is a movement envisaged not out of our selfish interest, but to bring together young professionals who have a stake not only to determine the future of this our great country, but to also play their own role in building the future of this country. So many a times, we professionals that are employers of labor, particularly from northern Nigeria, we have laid back for so long and refused to participate in politics because we at all times ascribe to ourselves as private people for the private sector. The NYPT is an idea that was conceptualized by like minds to see that we take part not only through our various private sector-driven life, but to participate in politics and also take part and be part and parcel in the political development of our country. As men and women employers of labor in various sectors of the economy, from manufacturers, we have service providers here, we have farmers, we have entrepreneurial business owners, we have academicians, we have consultants, we have other young professionals, and so we owe it a duty to see to the progress of our immediate community, that is the private sector, our employees, the public, the society, and Nigeria at large.
On his part, the state governor, Abdullahi Ganduje, who spoke through the managing director of Kano State Road Transport Agency, Karota, Baba Badan Agundi, said Tinubu is the answer to the myriad of problems bedeviling the country.
The northern Nigeria has no option than to support the Yoruba race first. And in the whole of the Yoruba race, who? Bola Tinubu. Because when I ask you to give me one person who supports the northern candidate of Muhammadu Buhari, there is nobody else you can mention than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is time for us to show whether we are truly son of our parents or not. This is the time. So definitely we are with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and our praise will be with him for good health and prosperity and for the success of this journey.
Nigeria continues to face multiple security challenges posed by various terrorist groups with devastating human costs in terms of lives lost or permanently altered, leading to internally displaced persons with negative consequences for socio-economic development. But the government is drawing up strategies to mitigate the threats. One of these is the collaboration between authorities from the Netherlands and the Office of the National Security Advisor, NSA. The level of damage caused by violent extremism is alarming, and this formed the basis for organizing a stakeholders meeting in Kano State, Northwest Nigeria.
Preventing violent extremism is a daily security obligation for all of us, both in Nigeria but also in the sub-region. And the Netherlands is working on a daily basis to not only provide training, but also create partnership to empower the various organizations, the various ministries and parastatals, parapublic, to have not only a better understanding, but also the capacities to deal with the issues of violent extremism. I hope that today, as we are here to learn, and knowledge is power, that we will be able to learn from each other, especially now that we are outside, let's say outside Abuja, because we were there last week. We are here in the various states. We will be learning from Kaduna, from Sokoto, from Katsina, and try to exchange these experiences in order to have better policies, but also better tools to address this issue. I would like to wish you a very good training with Phil Gold from the Human Security Collective organization. We have been discussing already earlier this morning about how we can have other master classes, not only in Kano, but in other states as well. Because the issues that other states are facing, especially at the border with Niger and Benin Republic, are those that the states also in Borno or in Adamawa are facing. So we hope we will make it global whenever possible.
Having experienced the challenges in combating terrorism and other forms of extreme violence, the federal government of Nigeria came to the decision that the kinetic approach alone could not eradicate the threat. To this effect, the policy framework and national action plan for PCV was adopted in 2017. This policy framework adopts the non-kinetic or soft approach comprising of the whole of government and the whole of society as Nigeria's strategy to encourage the active participation of all stakeholders in building the network of peace across the nation and across all communities in Nigeria, where human rights and rule of law prevails. This workshop intends to build stakeholders' capacity to understand the right application of key PCV concepts and tools while improving the coordination of PCV stakeholders at federal, state, and local government levels. Strengthening leadership dialogue for decision-making at all levels is another objective which this workshop aims to achieve. To this end, I wish to urge the Northwest participants to maximize this learning opportunity and apply knowledge gained to strengthen PCV implementation in your various states.
The State Governor, Abdullahi Ganduje, who was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Usman Alhaji, expressed delight at the meeting and reiterated commitment of the government to tackling all forms of crime and criminality in the state.
Ensuring security of life and property of the citizens is number one responsibility for any government. And therefore, there is no amount of time we spend discussing and planning to ensure security in this country that would be too much. The issue of security now becomes very difficult because where there is population, of course there are lots of people and security becomes a challenge. However, I'm sure you would also agree with me today, Kano State is adjudged to be the most secure state in the Federation. I want to categorically say that this did not come as an accident. It has been a deliberate action of this government under the leadership of Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje to ensure peace, security thrives in Kano State. And he has a reason, very fundamental reason. Kano, at the same time, besides being the most populous state, is also a commercial hub for not only the northern part of Nigeria or Nigeria, but also for these African countries, neighboring Nigeria, Chad, Niger, Cameroon, and even beyond. It is a fact that every day, every blessed day, people come into Kano State, Kano City in particular, from virtually all the states of the Federation and also from neighboring countries to transact various businesses. So His Excellency the Governor appreciates that Kano State, being a commercial hub, must, as a matter of necessity, must have peace in order for businesses to thrive. And therefore this became the driving motive that we have to ensure peace and security in Kano State. Expound on those that I either briefly mentioned or missed them. First, let me begin by the sensitization of the citizens of Kano. It has been a widespread effort by this government, and through all the means we could sensitize people of Kano State. We used the religious sector, the ulamas in the mosques, Friday sermons, where imams have called on our especially young men and women not to join any insurgency or criminality. And the truth is that in this country, Kano young men and women have not joined these major criminalities like insurgency, kidnapping.
The theme of the workshop is strengthening the prevention of violent extremism at state level in Nigeria. Sanity, orderliness, safety, this is the traffic situation in Kano, northern Nigeria's biggest city and commercial capital. Since its formation in 2012, Kano State Road and Traffic Agency (KAROTA) has brought an end to chaos on Kano roads. At major junctions in Kano metropolis and other towns across the state, men and officers of KAROTA are there to enforce regulations. Activities of the agency are coordinated from its headquarters in Bompai Estate, Kano. Operational vehicles, heavy-duty towing trucks, and patrol vans at the premises are indicative of an agency that is well-funded and enjoying government support. Honorable Bappa Babadan Agundi is the managing director of KAROTA. He says the agency is delivering on its mandate more than before. due to steady support from the state government.
This agency, we have about 20 or 22 within the country. I think Kano is the most funded agency. The Karota in Kano, Road Traffic Agency Kano, is the most funded agency in the whole of the country. Because I've gone to Lagos, I've gone to so many places where we had a meeting with all the agencies within the state. When I tell them I'm being paid 17 million overhead monthly for our operation, they were overwhelmed to see that this is the magnitude the governor is supporting this agency. And I met only 3 operational vehicles. The governor have put in 50 operational vehicles under this agency in just 1 year. Filling station within our premises to fuel our vehicles. We don't go out to buy. All this have been put by His Excellency the Governor, and he's happy we are delivering. The Governor is taking this agency to the next level by this year. He directed we should be working with the Kano Road Maintenance Agency, that's Karma. All penalties that were charged by the court when the offenders do offend in traffic offenses. He now directed that money should be remitted to Kano Road Maintenance Agency, that's Karma, for them to be working for potholes, small potholes within the state between Karota and Karma. He has put another synergy. We have a very good network of working relationship with all agencies like Kanubda. Kanubda also help and fund our operation whenever we are going for operation, illegal demolition of structures. The governor now form a committee which I chaired, so we go and do all this kind of operations together. He's very happy with this agency. I can vet you that when you have any interview, you ask the governor, he will tell you Karota is his best agency, I believe. I know others are working, but I believe he will tell you that we are doing well.
Dan Abundi is of the view that transportation can be a money-spinning sector for the government.
I believe transport sector in the whole of the world, if any country will take it and give it priority, there is no sector, to my understanding, that will give you revenue to develop that country or that state or local government, be it what, like transport sector. It gives a lot of money in terms of revenue, and revenue that you will not be in fight with anybody.
One of the reforms introduced by Karota is registration of tricycle operators in Kano.
When we came on board, we understood that the tricycle operating in Kano are growing out of proportion, and we decided to know how many they are. People were thinking they are about 2 million or more, or 1 million, 1.5 million, so many suggestions. We started numbering of the tricycle, giving them permit to operate. Within 2 weeks, we generate 380 million as revenue to the state government, with about 60,000 tricycles operating in the state. That is just one sector. So, and after that, we come along with the unions leaders. They have about 6 unions, different unions. We form one to be talking under one umbrella, and that gives us a working relationship with them. We never had any quarrel with them, and they understand the help the government did to them. We put trackers for the tricycles. Now, anybody who lost his tricycle by thieves or by whatever means, or you want to know whether your tricycle operates in that day, if you have given it out for higher purchase to people, like what they do, they just come to us, because sometimes they have problem with the riders. They say they don't work today, they don't remit money to them. So the owners used to come to us to find out whether their tricycle operates, because we have a tracker in them. So we'll be able to tell you that your tricycle operates and these are the routes he followed. So this is what we did.
Despite the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, the agency surpassed its revenue projection for 2020.
Transport sector, in particular, this agency helped seriously to see that government have generated a lot of money from it. We did the same thing to other sectors who are paying revenue to the government. We will be generating almost $1 billion or over $1 billion naira. Coupled with the problem of COVID, it would have been something else. We had 6 months of complete shutdown in the whole of the country, Kano inclusive. So we would have surpassed this amount that I told you that we'll be projecting to have in the end of the year.
The former lawmaker stated that Karota is embarking on more collaborations to make the agency more effective and efficient.
What gives us the opportunity to provide for free flow of traffic and businesses in marketplaces is the relationship we have with the security agencies. The governor includes Karota in his security council. So we used to have a meeting to discuss the problems and where to go about them. Working hand in hand with the security agencies is what gives us the opportunity to work peacefully and to achieve what we want without, I can, even though we go out with the security, we don't use force. We dialogue with the people. Sometimes while we start the operation, you see the people doing it themselves. So when we say we are coming for this operation, people believe, yes, we are doing the operation, and they comply. So it is very important in a very volatile state like Kano. All this operation went smoothly without any heat, without any quarrel. You cannot stop people from complaining here or there. They do complain at several times when we do our operation, but at least sometimes back when such operation is coming up, you see crisis, riots, and what have you. But we take the stakeholders in any sector that we're going to go for the operation to invite them as directed by the governor. The governor said he wants dialogue in anything we do, unless and until somebody prove to be non-compliant, then you can put whatever measures to do your work. But with the help of God and the security agencies, and with the advice from the governor all the time.
In all these, the welfare of personnel of the agency takes front burner, hence their dedication to the assignment.
The governor have given approval for another 1,000 employment. He has brought back our salary, because one thing I've noticed, a lot of the staff, they don't want to go to work. I brought them back to work, and he gave us our salary. Now we are paying our own salary, and that forced them to come to work. And we have a very good working relationship with my staff. They understand where I'm coming from. We give them allowances which they never know before. The governor provides all those incentives for them to work. Anybody who do well or had a wound in time, when we go for operation, the government take full responsibility, and that motivates the guys. So they are doing wonderfully well. I'm very happy.
Personnel of Karota embark on constant drills to keep in shape and prepare for the task of managing traffic in one of Nigeria's busiest cities.